Hello guys! Hi guys! Hi guys! Hi guys! Thank you for watching my previous videos and I really do appreciate it so much. This is Jen and welcome to Chronicling Adventures. So for today's video, I'm going to share to you the problems or some of the circumstances that I personally encountered when I was just applying for teaching job in China as a non-native English speaker. So I did everything online and I have to admit that it wasn't easy. Finding teaching job overseas is quite daunting. Despite the numerous adverts for English teachers, it is still not easy to find the right school or land for that job. Wonder why? Wonder why? 1. So the first one. Most schools in China prefer to hire native English speakers or the NES with passport from English-speaking countries such as the UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, USA, and South Africa. However, there's a twist here because even if the applicant is from one of the native English-speaking countries, it's still not a guarantee that he or she will be hired by the school. Why? It's because of second reason, which is the physical look of the candidate. Some schools prefer to hire applicants who have blonde hair, white skin, or blue eyes. So if you don't have that, so even if the applicant is from one of the native English-speaking countries as mentioned earlier, but then do not have these physical attributes, then he or she will not be considered. Might not be considered. It's still not a guarantee that he or she will be hired by the school. But if the applicant looks Caucasian, having white skin, blue eyes, blonde hair, even if he or she is not from any of the English-speaking countries, his or her chances of getting employed is high. Well, that's the reality. Third, another point that some of the schools look for in an applicant is the accent. Some schools choose applicants who have American accent or British accent, or only prefer the American accent as opposed to the British accent. But of course, there are schools also that consider the neutral accent. The sad reality also is that most schools pay native English speakers higher than the non-native English speaker, in which the former at times receive triple amount than what the latter gets every month. For example, some native English speakers go home with 20,000 plus RMB or 3,000 USD every month, while non-native English speakers receive around 10,000 RMB or lower in a month. This is tricky though because there are schools that pay non-native English speakers as high as native English speakers, depending on the qualifications and do not have the passport of the applicant. For instance, there are non-native English speakers who teach another discipline like physics or math and receive high-grade salary, and there are native English speakers who teach English but receive lower salary. I think that the pay varies from one region or state to another, depending on the requirements and the location. This is because China has tier system in which tier 1 cities reflect higher income as compared to lower tier cities. Let's jump to the fifth reason. There are schools that require teacher applicants to have TEFL, TESOL, or CELTA certificate rather than professional teaching license. What I think this may have been a requirement by the State Bureau where the school is located. Most schools demand applicants to have 2-year teaching experience, at least minimum, even without a degree, as long as the applicant has English certificate like the TESOL, TEFL, or CELTA. There are also agencies that hire applicants and assign them to schools they are connected with. So basically, these schools chose this agent to outsource their teachers. I almost signed a contract in one of the agencies, but I was uneasy with some of the details specified in the agreement. I think there was nothing wrong with the school and the agency, as I was able to talk to them comfortably during the interview. It was just that there was Party A, Party B, and Party C in the contract, in which for me, it looks like I will be serving 2 employers. So the school would be the Party A, the agency would be the Party B, and I would be the Party C. Some schools will offer another visa, like business visa, to enter China. So there were some agents or schools that offered me to get another visa or do not mind the kind of visa that I get as long as I enter China. They didn't care about it. I was told that it would be difficult for them to get me a work visa because I am a non-native English speaker, and it will be easier if I am already in China. There will also be schools that will offer applicants to teach other subjects once they get accepted by the school. I've encountered one school that promised me to get a work visa, but then I will be teaching another subject, which was physics. Physics. Come on, physics. It's my Waterloo, so no, I didn't accept that. I didn't agree. The ninth reason also is that some agents will ask applicants to refer others to them and get commission. I have some agents who sent sent me messages up to this day asking me to refer friends to them. Once my referral gets successful, I will receive 3,000 to 5,000 RMB as commission. It was tempting, but I haven't tried supplying them yet. My final stand is that there were few schools that I talked to with who prefer to have their applicants to be in China already. I think that as of this moment, all schools hire teachers who are already in China because of the obvious reason, which is the COVID-19. Though I find absurdities in some of the reasons that I mentioned here, I do not entirely blame the school or the agent. Those requirements may have been given out for business purposes on the part of the schools and the agents, and perhaps it is as per request of the parents. Nevertheless, there are still schools that go beyond the applicant's physical attributes and would rather opt for qualification. I have high respect for these schools, and I hope that other institutions will do the same. For qualified educators out there who are given opportunity to teach in China, I hope you will be an instrument to educate that race and physical outlook cannot assure one's teaching competence, rather qualification does.